Welcome guys to another episode of Katawa Shoujo. Here we go. I wake up in a strange room. Solid morning light shimmers against the light gray ceiling. I had forgotten to draw the curtains closed last night. This is my room, isn't it? My room. This is the third room this year that I'm supposed to call mine. Various things around here remind me that indeed, it's me who's supposed to be the one living here. My bag's on the floor, my new school books on the desk, my numerous medications on the night table. I stare at the balls for a moment, deliberating, until I open a bottle and shake out a pill and pop out a tablet from a foil sheet. I down them with a chaser of water without thinking about the chemistry. My uniform's in the closet. I slink out from under the sheets and stretch my back before waking up. Putting on a new school uniform feels like dressing in someone else's clothes. The artificial smell of generic detergent invades my nose, but the feeling of fresh cloth against my back is a good one, a natural one. It feels like a school uniform, as it should. It's not much different from what I used to wear before. That goes for other things too. So far, this place seems more or less like a normal school. Except for the people. I think back to my talk with Kenji yesterday, Misha's constant laughter, and Shizune's sweeping sign language gestures. Well, I've only met 3 students so far. Maybe they aren't that normal, but I'm sure others are. Or perhaps people like them are what passes for normal around here. Yeah, what does pass for normal around here? What do people do? I didn't see a lot of kids hanging around after classes yesterday, so maybe there are clubs. If so, I wonder if I should join one. All through class, the questions remained on my mind, so I decided to ask Shizune about it when we split into groups. After all, she did say if I had anything I wanted to know, I should ask her. She crosses her arms and shifts her gaze slowly to Misha, who looks more preoccupied with trying to grind the eraser off her pencils down so that the top is perfect and evenly flat. Sorry, Shi-chan. Is there something you want from me? Oh, I see. That's a good question, Hi-chan. My first thought is that Misha doesn't know, which is worrying. Maybe I'm being too negative. Well, anyway, Misha, please don't prove me right. Oh, that's right. Everyone is encouraged to join a club. A lot of people do so because there isn't really anything else to do. There are also school events, like the festival coming up in a few days. Almost every student in the school tends to help out with it, doing whatever. So, you actually transferred in a busy time. Maybe you can help out, too. Sure. What's the festival about? Misha freezes. I don't know, Chan. The truth is that it's a local event, and I'm not from the era, so... She starts signing desperately to Shizune, asking her to bail her out. Shizune adjusts her glasses so at the end of an oddly grandiose flourish and starts signing hard and heavy. Dots. Huh? Oh! Who cares? Misha puffs out her chest as she shouts Shizune's words at me with a disproportionate amount of pride. Too loud, I can see heads turning to look in our direction. Not so loud! Human beings evolve with each new generation. The ideals and beliefs behind a festival will inevitably change with time. Dots. Now, it's about delicious fried food and amusing little games that you play to win prizes. The teacher clears his throat very loudly, batting his long wooden pointer against his other palm like a baton. He shoots a pointed gaze at us. Finally, noticing where we are, Misha stifles a yelp and quickly quiets down. Shizune doesn't seem embarrassed at all, though brushing it off without care. Dots. We're in the middle of class, and we should start working. That's right, Shi-chan. What? That's right. Chen, are you asking because you're interested in joining a club? It could have been my eyes playing tricks on me, but I think I saw a suspicious glance exchanged between them. Misha's tone also changed. Although it does that in other word, anyways. Yeah, I was thinking about it. Misha and Shizune look at each other again. I'm about to ask what they have in mind when something dark flares in my peripheral vision, catching my attention. Out of the corner of my eye, I see the girl with the long dark hair get up from her desk and slip silently towards the door. It doesn't seem like she was working in any group, and no one seems to notice her but me. I glance at the teacher, who is also looking at the dark-haired girl go. Yeah. Why doesn't he say anything? Hichan, is something wrong? Do I look uneasy as I feel? Or was it Misha just looking at me looking after the girl who left? No, nothing. Dots. Okay. Well, like we were asking, you don't have any plans for lunch today, do you? I thought I would go to the library and pick up some books. Not really. Do you want to have lunch together then? Sure. Dots. Yay! Okay, Hichan, perfect! The rest of the class passes uneventfully. The girl with the long hair never came back. Before I have the time to put any more thought into where she could have gone, the teacher informs us that it's time to stop working. Shizune looks more than a little annoying that we only just barely managed to finish all our work on time. But I'm just glad we finished it at all. It's not a contest or anything. Dots. Yes, it is, Hichan. Impossible. Really? Really. I've noticed this before. It's kind of funny how Misha is always moving her hands and signing not only everything she says, but what everyone else is saying at any given time. Obviously, it must be so Shizune can understand it. Her eyes dart back and forth between Misha's hands and me. I don't know who I'm supposed to be looking at. I'm talking to Misha, but that might be wrong. Maybe I should face Shizune. I'm used to looking in the direction of the person whose voice I'm hearing, but really, Shizune can't hear me. But it would be disrespectful to talk to her only through Misha. Then again, isn't that what she's doing? No, she's at least looking at me. This is all very confusing and will take some time to get used to. It's not a contest, because contests are competitions over a prize. If there's no prize on the line, it's not really a contest. I like that. Shizune's eyes flash dangerously with a comparative glare. She stares at me as if surprised that I'm challenging her. I think maybe this is a contest to her. I never noticed how dark and blue her eyes are. It's truly an alluring gaze. Dots. Are you sure, Hichan? Very sure. You're wrong, Hichan, because I don't want to be the slowest in the class. Therefore, what's on the line is my confidence in my abilities, and the prize is the satisfaction of proving them. Turn off my Xbox, because that's loud. Shizune pushes her glasses up to the bridge of her nose in a very matter-of-fact way. I'd argue more, but the bell rings, and she quickly gets up and picks up her bag, looking at me expectantly. I had almost forgotten that I was supposed to have lunch with them. Whoa. Dots. Where do you want to eat? The cafeteria? That's so plain. Okay, let's go. Plain? Well, I guess. At my other school, I like to eat outside near the back of the building. It was a good spot, but I didn't find it until the near end of my freshman year. I wonder if there's a similar place to eat here. Misha seems to imply as much. Shizune and Misha pull me towards the cafeteria, which is surprisingly not packed. Maybe some students favor eating in classroom or outdoors. I saw some of my classmates had boxed lunches. After we finish eating, Misha picks up where we left off earlier. So, Hichan, you wanted to know about clothes and stuff, right? Right? Dots. Right, Hichan. Okay, I guess it makes sense to ask first. Exchanging little nods of confirmation, they turn to face me again, and Misha straightens her posture as if about to deliver a speech. Hichan, do you have anything you're really interested in? I used to play soccer, but I'm not really into it. I don't follow the teams and players or anything like that. As of late, I usually just read a lot. There's a book club, right, Hichan? Right, but it seems they have all the members they can possibly have right now. Sorry, Hichan, it's a really popular club. Yeah. Dots. Ah, okay, but more to the point, Hichan. Does this mean that you don't have anything already in mind? Not really. Dots. Good, great, that's great, Hichan, really great. Why is this so great? No reason. Well, Hichan, other than clubs and the upcoming festival, there is one other thing. Student council! I see. I didn't know the school had a student council. That was a very melodramatic setup, though. Just to tell me that. I'm pretty sure the two of them know this, because Shizune looks a little embarrassed about it, and Misha's laughing. Shizune quickly retakes control of the discussion, in a manner of speaking. After all, it's still Misha who has to voice whatever she says. Right. Hichan, maybe you should join the student council. They could use more people. Yes, definitely. You should definitely join. Why? Well, for one, we could hang out every day, Hichan. Shichan and I are both in the student council. Actually, Shichan's the president. I'm starting to get the suspicion that Suzune and Misha might not exactly be the most unbiased people to talk about this with. As of reading my mind, Shizune quickly adjusts her glasses and silences something to Misha. Blah, 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 blah. Dots. Ha ha ha. Okay. Of course, we're not trying to get you to join because we would obviously benefit from you joining the student council and therefore have an incentive to try and get you to. So you're admitting that? No, we admit nothing. I mean, Hichan, of course it would be nice if you joined, and we'd appreciate it. But even without all that, joining student council shows a healthy interest in the workings of one's school. Yep, it's true, Hichan. Besides, you don't want to spend time with us after school, Hichan. Besides, don't you want to spend time with us after school, Hichan? I can't tell if she's trying to be genuine or if this is just really good acting. Both of them seem to be trying hard to look their cutest. Kinda working out. Although they are pretty cute to begin with. Yep. Well... So it's settled then. Welcome to Student Council, Hichan. That was quick. What? No! Aw, see, Hichan? Of course it wouldn't go so easily. Those eyes. Yep, that's right. Though, it would be boring if that went smoothly. Oh well, Hichan owes me candy now. You were betting on it? Hey, my life is not a game here. Shizune seems very intrigued by this when Misha signs it to her. This is an aggressive glint. The aggressive glint returns to her eyes. That's interesting, Hichan. Let's play a game. That's not what I said. How about Rich Man, Poor Man, Hichan? If you lose, you have to join the student council. No, absolutely not. Why not? Well, because you two both have the same incentive, and therefore the same goal, which is to get me to join the student council, right? Dots. Yup. Yeah, that isn't my goal, but what this means is that both of you can team up and I'll be at a clear disadvantage. So, I will have to decline. She doesn't look too happy. Hichan, I'm very offended. Oh. Are you saying that you don't trust us? And that we would pull something so disingenuous? That makes me sad. Sorry? It's hard to tell where Shizune's influence ends at Misha's and where Misha's thoughts begin. Dots. In order to atone for hurting a young girl's feelings, you should definitely start at student council. No! How about a game of paper football instead of Rich Man, Poor Man? Paper football? It's like you don't know what it is. Yeah, it's a game they play in America. You make a paper triangle, and then you try to shoot it past the goalpost that the other player makes with their fingers. Isn't it cool? It's the ultimate form of competition between two people, Hichan. I can think of more. Dots. And it's also played by elementary and middle school children, Hichan. That means it's a game that separates the boys from the men. More like the voice from the slightly older voice. Anyway, I'm not going to play that either. Just the fact that you know about it means you're probably surprisingly good at it. Yeah, that's true. How did you know, Hichan? Shizune frowns at Misha, telling me she wasn't supposed to admit that so readily. I wouldn't say that I'm happy with her attempts at giving the student council, but I'm a little curious about what the student council does here. I've never been on one before, or even known anyone who is a member, so it interests me. I also kind of like Shizune and Misha, and maybe it wouldn't be so bad. Okay, Hichan, what about Risk, the game of world domination? I don't know what that is. What? Weird. It's really fun, Hichan. You fight for control of the world, with armies and everything. Sounds like Shizune would be good at it. If you want to play it, we can after school. Oh, really, Shichan? We can play just for fun, Hichan. Shichan hasn't... So many Hichans. Hasn't played in a long time, so if you want to, there are no strings attached. Well, okay. Okay, perfect! We'll see you after school in the student council room then, Hichan. Wait, why there? Because that's where we keep the game. I grimaced to tell them how much I do not like this, but it's more for show than anything. So in the end I agree, but only after greeting Shizune to acknowledge that I don't mean anything concrete by accepting to take a look around and play a game with her. Lunch ends and we go back to class. Whoa! During afternoon classes, the long-haired girl comes back and sits down in her seat without a word. Again, no one seems to notice, or if they do, no one says anything. I want to ask Misha about it, but I don't want to be nosy. After school, Shizune and Misha quickly find me by the first floor lobby and latch onto me, covering each flank in case I might try to escape. I feel a little offended, but I've been considering it. Nevertheless, I'm a bit disturbed that enough people have made a break for it in the past that they're on their guard. What's with the escort? This doesn't make me feel very comfortable. In fact, it makes me feel like a dangerous prisoner being transported to his cell. What's wrong, Hichan? That's right, we're just going to play a game of Risk, remember? I don't know, Misha. This all seems a little sinister to me. I start thinking that when we sit down to play the game, they'll tie me down and torture me until I agree to join the student council. Well, that's highly unlikely, but still, for some reason, it just seems like it would be so plausible. Getting to the student council room is as simple as turning 2 corners from where we started. What? That's it? This makes you guys being so on top of me seem a little silly. That's not true, Chen. Shi-chan says that when their life is threatened, people have shown the capability to pull off superhuman bursts of speed. Life is threatened? Her expression changing, Misha signs something amusedly to Shizune, who makes a baffled face and puts her hands behind her back, looking pleased with herself. Misha feigns deafness and hums cheerily. Stop that. I know you heard me. You have no excuse, unlike Shizune. Oh. Shizune opens the door to the student council room. It's a very plain, sparsely decorated room, although it is quite large, maybe even a little larger than a classroom. There's a big table in the center surrounded by chairs, and a smaller desk prominently placed in the back that I assume is Shizune's. There are a few regular desks and chairs stacked to one side, as well. Extras, perhaps? Aside from the tables and chairs, the room really doesn't have much to offer. Just a couple of filing cabinets and bookshelves stacked with old school records and documents. Not much else. In fact, nothing else. This is a pretty bleak room. They could at least put a potted plant in here, or something. But the most noticeable thing that this room doesn't have is other people. Are we early? No. What do you mean, no? Doesn't mean nobody else is coming today? Yeah, that's right. Just before I managed to ask why that's the case, Shizune claps her hands together very energetically. Hey Chan, let's play Risk. Come on, you promised, didn't you? You have to! Okay. Do you want to know the rules? We can explain that to you while we set everything up. While Misha is talking, Shizune takes out what looks like a board game from behind one of the filing cabinets and throws it on the table. Actually, this looks kind of interesting. After Misha spends a little too long for her liking running through the basics with the somewhat vague and confusing tutorial, Shizune cuts in and declares the game has started with a decisive motion, slicing her arm through the air. What did I just do? Okay. Through the air. Shizune's aggression is rubbing off onto me. I start feeling more competitive than I intended to be, and I agreed to this. Halfway into the game, I try to ponder how to defend against Shizune's assault from two fronts. She breaks my concentration by drumming her fingers on the table to get my attention. Hichan, Suchan wants you to know that you are taking too long to make a move. Shichan also says that she'll let you keep Australia if you agree to join the student council. I thought this game was with no strings attached. Just the fact that she would dangle that over my head as an offer meant that she had no I care about the outcome of this game. And anyway, no. Shichan admires your fighting spirit and would be a benevolent dictator who will spare your people if you agree to join the student council. You're so competitive, Shizune. She seems to take this as a compliment. I would expect the student council president to be a little more magnanimous. Magnanimous? It's like she doesn't know what it means. She doesn't seem to know what the word means or how it's signed. So she pulls out a piece of paper and writes it down for Shizune, who in return... Wow. Misha presses her index finger against her temples as if trying to physically imprint the word into her memory. Suddenly, Shizune bursts into a flurry of gestures. Misha looks daunted by the pace of her heated signing. Wait, please slow down. Shizune, she says you're going to lose. Tell her I will crush her world empire with my rebellion. Okay. What face is that? Those eyes of her shine with childlike mischief. She says you have no chance if you keep playing like this. No, you won't. Ah! So guys, here's a decision. I want to kind of be interactive here, so I'm gonna save it real quick right here. Where are you? So when I do, I'm gonna make it so we go through different paths, and since decisions mean a lot, we're gonna go along with this one. It's a trap. It's smart to play defensively here. It's likely that she says it's just trying to psych me out. Looking at the board again, I have a pretty good defense setup, and I'm not going to wreck it unless doing something reckless. A few turns later, I lose the game anyway. Shizune adjusts her glasses victoriously and allows herself to tentatively pump a fist in the air for celebration. Fist pump. Dots. Hichan, you lost when you allowed me to take North America. I mean, Shichan, not me. Okay, I don't understand. Does she hear what Misha's saying? Whatever. Getting control of North America is ambitious because it provides a 5 army bonus, but you can attack it from 3 fronts, so you must defend them all. I thought you'd have more guts. How disappointing. Ambition, Hichan. Your plan needs to be more daring. Ambition! Ambition! I was really excited when you took South America, but then you switched to playing defensively just because you gained a small advantage. That's no good, Hichan. You didn't take enough risks, and when you did, you didn't follow through. That's terrible, Hichan. That's nice. Damn, what's it to her if I play too carefully? There's no need to rub it in my face. I wonder if you'd even be any good for the student council. What's this? Reverse psychology? I guess I don't have to worry about joining or not in that case. Giving up just like that? I expected more of you. Seriously, is Shizune trying to taunt me into joining the student council? Besides, I don't even want to join. It's only my second day. I can't make that kind of a commitment. I haven't even taken a look at any other clubs yet, and these two, they're a little weird. Fine, I'll consider joining the council, but I want to take a look at the other clubs before I decide. Really, Chen? You're not just saying that to make us feel better? Yeah, I'm just not sure what to do. Oh. Okay, Chen, but we're not going to give up so easily. You said maybe. There's still a chance you'll come around. I need a drink. Come on, we could really have fun. We could play more Risk and maybe one day you could beat me, unless we graduate before that. That doesn't make me feel any less reluctant about joining, you know. Surely you're not that horrible at board games. Maybe we can play a game you know then, to give you a handicap. Heh, I might have said that just to make you feel a bit better after all. Oh, that's cold, Chan. I take a glance at the clock on the wall and realize I've spent far longer playing Risk than I expected. Sorry, I think I have to go. I want to go to the library. It's not closed yet, is it? Shizune scratches her head and gestures at Misha. How hard can it be to determine whether the library is open? There's a clock right there on the wall. It should be, unless the librarian is absent. I think you're right, Shi-chan. We think the library is open. It's on the second floor. Can't miss it. Do you want us to show you where it is? No thanks. It's okay. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye. One flight of stairs up, and I run into problems. The second floor hallway is a carbon copy of the third floor one. Wide, of course, and plain, like only hallways can be. The problem is that the library's whereabouts are not as easily determined as one would think. The classrooms are marked with signs stating which class they belong to, but then there's a plethora of other unmarked rooms. Is the library one of them, or just somewhere down the hallway? I bet on the ladder and choose my direction at random. After I turn around the corner, an unmarked door draws my attention because it's not closed. It's not open either, though. Just barely ajar, so the one that can see it's open and nothing else. It makes sense for the library door to be invitingly open, and while this one is not quite that, it's good enough. At the very least, it means that someone is inside and I can ask for directions, no matter how embarrassing it is. I gingerly push on the center of the door with my fingertips, every muscle in my arm ready to pull back at a moment's notice. The feeling of being an outsider to the school can't be shaken from my mind. So, is there a way to go back? Oh, wait. Oh, that's cool. The feeling of being an outsider. And so much I instinctively fear doing something wrong by entering. The door slowly creaks open as if growing from a deep sleep. That is much easier to open than I anticipated. Leaning over and poking my head further inside to gain inside of the room so fast as possible, the meek hello on my lips is quickly snatched away. Hello. And this is where we're gonna leave off. Cliffhanger. Okay. Thanks guys for watching. I'll save it here. And after I go through my first playthrough, I'll do the decision things and branch off and whatnot. But thanks for watching, and this is Supernova signing out. Goodbye. What's up guys? Thanks for watching my videos, and since you like them so much, why don't you subscribe? I mean, come on, it's right there. Why not? We'll give you more stuff, and after you do that, head over to my Facebook page. And you can like that. I mean, come on. I mean, it looks like this. I mean, who doesn't like this? Come on. So, once you're here, just click that like button right there. And, yeah. So, thanks for watching, guys. And I'll keep making stuff. So, this is Supernova signing out.